SMF classes. Good evening. So in this session, let us discuss about the TCS exam. So in the previous session, we have actually, okay, let me check my voice. Is it okay? Let me test my voice. Yeah. Yeah. So in the previous session, if you have just followed our first video, so where we have gone through things like the pattern of TCS, okay, what are the roles that are offered, what are the roles that are offered by it, such as digital, prime, okay, and also ninja, right? So if you're not aware of the references, I recommend you to go first and watch that video and then come and just have the idea of the exam pattern. So I'm not going to repeat all the things, okay. So please, I just want you to spend some 20 minutes of time and just go back and watch our first video, right? So in this session will be more of the reasoning topics where the foundation level questions will be dealt, okay. So I'm planning like two different sessions. One is part A, okay, which you are asked about the foundational questions, and part B where advanced topics will be there, right? So I have divided the entire things into two parts. So if you're the aspirant who are aspiring to crack ninja, so I recommend you to follow the foundational part, okay. That will be enough. Suppose if you want to get higher roles such as prime, okay, and digital, so I recommend you to also practice advanced level questions also. So for this session, it will be like a foundational basis. So please go and understand the differences between the roles if you're not watching for the first time. So is it good to go? Is it everything is okay? If we are ready, then we will be starting the session. Okay, so I'm seeing some of the comments. That is good. Okay, Mukesh has commented. Okay, very good, Mukesh. So yeah, let us start the session. So I just want you to try yourself. So be ready with your pens and papers. So then we are good to go. Okay, so let us do the first question on your screen. Okay, so before that, just go, just like if you're coming for the first time, so please just see the pattern, foundational section, okay, and also the advanced section, right? So yeah, good, Mukesh, right? So foundation section is like 25 minutes, numerical ability 20 questions, and also logical reasoning also 25 minutes and 20 questions, okay, and verbal ability, which is 25 minutes and also 25 questions, right? So in advanced section also, okay, if you are aspiring for I actually said that, okay, prime and also digital, so you need to score good in this role also, fine, this section, okay. So if you want it detailedly, just go back and watch the first video, right? Okay, so yes, so these are the topics, the main important topics in entire reasoning ability, okay. So I am not going detailedly for each topics, okay, since it will be a lengthy session. So if you want all the details, go and watch the first session, okay. That is what I recommend, right? So let us go to the first question directly. Okay, so given if you see, this question belongs to the topic of syllogisms, okay. So for this syllogisms topic, okay, all you need to understand is the statements, whether they are delivering negative or positive statements, okay. What I meant by that, okay, so I will just explain you detailedly, okay. So let me start with this question. So first question is from syllogisms, okay. Syllogisms is some kind of confusion topic. Some aspirants, okay, make silly mistake in this topic, so I don't want you to make that mistakes. So please focus while you are answering the question, okay. So first I'm starting with the statements, okay. First they have given some actors are singers, okay. So draw a simple Venn diagram. So I am taking actors as this one, okay, this circle, right, and singers as this circle, right? Some actors are singers. Next, they are telling all the singers are dancers, right? So all the singers, you cover entire thing and say simply as dancers, okay. So I'm just representing by D. Is it okay? Right, this is a simple syllogisms diagram, okay. Now what you will do, just go and read conclusion 1 and 2, okay. First conclusion, what they are telling, some actors are dancers, right? So where is the some part in actors means, I will say what is, if you just see the merged part in actors, that will be your sum part. Okay, so if this is entire is actors, okay, this merged part is the what we call as a sum part. Okay, if you see here, I am seeing some part. Okay, I am seeing singers as well as dancers, right? But they're telling actors are dancers. Okay, no problem. So dancers are also covered in this part. So I can say first conclusion is follows. Okay, very simple. First conclusion is follows, right? Second conclusion, just here, no singer is an actor. By the time I'm just seeing the statement, okay, it is starting with no. Simply I will just put it as into. Okay, so I don't read the entire statement also. Why? So there is a simple reason for that. Okay, understand the logic. So here the statements are all delivering the positive things. Okay, so there is nothing such as negative things that are spoken in the statement. So when nothing negative is spoken, how can you conclude something negative? So while seeing the statements that is like no, I am just crossing it, right? So no need, you just don't check everything, right? So that is a simple logic. Okay, some people might do and see check the possibilities. Okay, all that is not necessary. Fine. So simply I'm just marking 2 as wrong. Why? Because I'm seeing no. Okay, this is a very simple trick. Okay, so now the answer will be, it is like it took like 5 seconds for me to answer this. This is like option B, that is only one follows. Fine. So this is very simple. Okay, so if you understand the basic logic of the statements, okay, you can easily mark the conclusions. That is what I am telling, right? So here the simple answer will be option 1, that is conclusion 1 follows, option A, right? So let us go to the next one. So by the way, if you are watching first time, I just want you to subscribe to our channel, so you can also find out other videos also with respect to aptitude and also with respect to programming. Okay, so and right, so if you're watching for the first time, please go and check the other things also, right? So yeah, so I'm just going to the next question, right? If any questions, please mention in the comments, I will be addressing them. Okay, next one. So if you just see, first I'm just drawing the diagram by reading the statement. I'm wasting no time. Okay, so all harmoniums are instruments, so I'm just drawing A, harmoniums are instruments, so I'm just covering entire harmoniums, all harmoniums, sorry, it is H. Okay, all harmoniums are instruments, so I'm just writing it as I. Okay, yes. Next thing, all instruments are flutes, so just simple diagram. Okay, you just cover entire instruments, okay, and just write F. Okay, that is okay. So you are done the diagram, right? So if you are okay with the diagram, immediately just jump to the conclusions. See here, all the flutes are instruments. Okay, see, so here the bigger part is flutes, and I can clearly see this part is not instruments, right? So I cannot conclude this first statement, so this is wrong. Okay, is it clear? Right. Next statement, they are telling, next conclusion, they are telling all the harmoniums are flutes, right? So if I see harmoniums, which is the shaded path, which I am shading now, so these harmoniums are actually instruments and also flutes. Fine. So they are telling harmoniums are flutes, which is not not that much wrong. Okay, it is correct only, right? So they are expressing it correctly. So I can say second one is following, right? So which is exactly correct, right? So then I can say simply the answer is only conclusion 2 follows. Okay, so this is what it takes. Okay, so very simple, and also you can answer this very quickly also. So while you are seeing some syllogisms questions, so always give preference to solve those questions first, and then go for the other questions such as puzzles, okay, arrangements. Okay, those questions you can solve later, but first attack these questions. Okay, so answer will be option 2. Fine. So if any questions, you can just comment in the section. So yes, we'll be proceeding with the next one. Yes, next one, if you see, some mangoes are yellow, so I'm just drawing a diagram, mangoes, some mangoes, and there is this thing called as yellow, right? There is some relation, so you just draw two things and that will be okay, right? Next, if you see here, some tixo or mangoes, so I'm just drawing some tixo here. Okay, so I'm just connecting with mangoes, right? So some of the people might do with the possibilities diagram, but it is not necessary. So there is one more thing, okay, where some people might draw like this, some mangoes are yellow, and also some tixo are mangoes. Some people might draw like this also, but this is like a waste of time. So you need not check all the possibilities. So you just simply connect whatever that is given, you just connect that only. So they are connecting tixo and mangoes, don't include yellow here. Okay, so it is like a waste of time. So don't go with the possibilities. Always make it as simple as possible. Okay, so I'm just connecting tixo and mango because it is given in the statement like that only, right? I'm not drawing this diagram again. Okay, fine. Next, I'm just going to the first conclusion, right? So some mangoes are green. So see here, some mangoes, which is this part, and this is also this part. Okay, green is nowhere mentioned in the question, right? So how can I conclude on the color green, right? Yellow is there, but green is not there. So simply just put it cross. Okay, so this is not following. And next statement is next conclusion is tixo is a yellow, right? They're telling tixo is a yellow. See here. So tixo is here, okay, and yellow is here. So there is no actually direct connection between these two, right? If there is no connection, you cannot conclude something, right? So I don't know whether they are connected, not connected. Okay, I don't have a particular clarity from the diagram. Okay, I'm not seeing any relation in the statement also between tixo and yellow. So for those statements, I just simply say I can't say. Okay, I can't say in the sense I'm just marking it as I don't know. That's why I'm telling it's wrong. Okay, so for this the answer will be simple, that is neither one or two follow. Okay, if the both conclusions are wrong, always remember you mark option D as your answer. Okay, so is it okay? Right. So we'll be going for the next question without any wastage of time. Next question. See here. So this is like another syllogisms questions. I hope you will solve this question perfectly. Okay. So before that, you can just if you are solving it, if you want to solve and see, you just pause and you can try it and see the answer later. But okay. So I am just going with the flow, right? So there are like given some ants or parrots. So I am just taking ants here and I am taking parrots here. Okay. Some ants are parrots and they're telling all parrots are okay. Apples is also, I'm just marking will be AP. Okay, I don't use UA because I already used here for ants. Okay, so some ants are parrots and some parrots are apples. Okay, some people, okay, while drawing the diagram they will make these mistakes. Okay, they will confuse apples for ants. Okay, since both words are starting with A. So at that time I just ask you to make a proper differentiation between these two. Okay, so I'm using AN for ants and I am doing AP for apples. Okay, these are very simple things you need to follow. That will help you a lot. Okay, so this is what my suggestion, right? So first jump to the conclusion. Number one, all the apples are parrots. See here, so apples are here. So I can clearly see this part of apples is not parrots. Okay, so I can simply say it is wrong. So next, they are telling some ants are apples. Some ants, where is some ants part? This is here. Okay, some part is whatever that is actually merged. Okay, so this is some part and they are telling some ants are apples. Okay, can you see apples here? Yes, these are all the things are apples only. Okay, these are all the things, right? Entire thing is apples. So some part is also apples, right? This is exactly correct. Okay, so I can simply say option, sorry, conclusion 2 is following. Okay, so I can say option B, right? Some ants are apples is true. Okay, this part it is apples is there and also parrots is also there, right? So I can say conclusion 2 follows. Okay, so very simple, right? I'm just going for the next question. Next, so this is from the topic of direction sense. Okay, so one of the model is like from shadow based. So if for these questions you need to have the basic idea of the table. Okay, and you can solve these questions within no time, right? So one morning, right, the data which plays an important factor is morning and evening in shadow based questions. Okay, always remember. So in morning, okay, sun will be rising in the east and your shadow will be on the west. Okay, in the evening, we know it is exactly the opposite. Okay, so always remember the data correctly. It will help you to solve the question. If any questions, please comment in the section. Okay, I'm happy to answer those questions. Okay, fine. So if you just see here, okay, one morning Uday and Vishal were walking to each other, were talking to each other face to face at a crossing. Okay, so Uday and Vishal are actually face to face. Okay, they are standing like opposite direction. Okay, and they are talking something. Okay, if they are telling Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday. Okay, so Vishal's shadow is exactly to the left of Uday. Simple thing. I'm just drawing some information here. So suppose if I'm taking morning here, okay, let us assume morning data here. So you need to have some basic idea. So if a person is facing, okay, in morning, if a person is facing south, okay, then his shadow will be on the right side. Okay, you need to remember this. If a person is facing south, okay, his shadow will be on the right side. And if a person is facing north, what will happen? His shadow will be on the left. Okay, exactly opposite. So if you are remembering this table, it is okay. Okay, you can answer this type of questions. And what about evening data? Okay, exactly opposite is nothing but evening. So I'm just writing, if a person is facing south, okay, his shadow will be on the left side. Okay, and if a person is facing north, his shadow will be on the right side. Okay, which is exactly opposite. So if you are remembering any one of the data, it is enough. Okay, from that you can also deduct the other part of the day, right? So I just recommend you to remember only one thing. Okay, morning data, it is enough. So only facing south and facing north. Okay, if you remember that, that is okay. So if a person is facing south, always remember his shadow will be on the right side. Okay, and then north means left. You simply take left. Suppose here, if Vishal shadow was actually left of Uday, okay, Uday is there, okay, and some shadow is to the left, okay, left of Uday, if some shadow is falling, see the data in the morning data, if a shadow is facing falling on the left side, then Uday is facing north. Okay, so simply we can say Uday is facing north. Okay, sometimes they will ask in which direction Vishal facing, right? If we know one person's direction means the other person will be exactly opposite. Okay, so Vishal will be south. Okay, so this is very simple. So if you are finding one person's direction, automatically other persons will be the opposite direction. Okay, so here the correct answer for this question will be north. Okay, so the important things you need to remember is, if you remember only one of the things, okay, morning data, okay, that is enough to answer this question. Okay, so yeah, next one. So next question is also from the direction sense. Okay, so all these questions which are from the direction sense, okay, can be solved in a quick time. So I want you to solve first these type of questions only. So don't directly, okay, first of all solving, some people will be solving puzzles type, okay, seating arrangement type. Sometimes it may take time, sometimes you will just waste all the time there, and for these questions there will be no time left out. Okay, so please make sure you solve all the topics which are like easily solvable first, and then give preference for the rest of the questions like puzzles, seating arrangements. Okay, all these questions at the last. Okay, it will help you, right? And there are cases some people will say time is not enough, sir. They will also complain like this. Okay, because the mistakes what they do is they just at the beginning only they will be solving puzzles and seating arrangements. Okay, and what will happen, all the time will be killed there. Okay, they will be trying on. Okay, they forget the time, and finally they will not answer many questions, and they will just leave it blank. Okay, so and complain that time is not enough. Okay, so don't do these mistakes. So please uh, uh, follow these advices. Okay, that will help you to manage the time properly. Okay, so this is, let us solve this question. Okay, so here you can see y is in the east of x, right? So first of all, I'm just marking x here. So where is y? East of x. So you know these directions: north, east, southwest. Very simple. Okay, so just uh, uh, keep an idea on this directions and then draw the diagram. Okay, so yeah, we will be doing this. So y is east of x. Okay, x is here and east will be here, and I'm just drawing y, and which is north of z. Okay, so here you just see there is a thing called as which. Okay, so if you are seeing something like which, okay, whom, okay, or who, okay, all these are the relative pronouns. Okay, so relative pronouns actually relate to the person which is just before them. Okay, so this refers to X only, right? So they are telling X is in the north of Z. Okay, so X is north of Z, so I am just marking Z here, then X will be north. Okay, right? Suppose if I'm using and or but, okay, this entire statement will be different. Okay, it will be changing. And but are conjunctions, so it will be always referring to the first subject. Okay, so that is what you need to remember in this kind of statements. Okay, is it fine? Next, if P is in the south of Z, so they're telling P is south of Z, so I'm just drawing P to the south of Z. Okay, then in which direction of Y is P? Okay, they're telling in which direction of Y is P. So simply if you just put the observer here, okay, put the observer here and then observe P. Okay, what is this direction? You can comment me in the answer. Okay, you can comment the answer from the uh, options. Okay, I'll be waiting for your comment, so let me know. Okay, uh, I'm just for now I'm just going for the next question. So if you want to answer this, please select any one from the options. Okay, I have solved the entire question, I'm leaving it for you. Okay, so yeah, so next question is, if southeast becomes north and northeast becomes west and so on, what will west become? Okay, so this is also from the direction sense only, topic of direction sense, right? So if you just draw the basic diagram of directions again, so I'm just drawing here north, east, south, west. Okay, and also I'm drawing another one here. Okay, so let me just draw the entire diagram since I'm seeing northeast, southeast. Okay, so this will be northeast, okay, southeast, and then southwest, and then northwest. Okay, fine, this is okay. Next, now see that are links. If southeast becomes north, where is southeast actually? This is original compass. Okay, this is original compass. Okay, this is whatever you are doing, fabricated compass. Okay, this is you are designing now. Okay, fabricated compass, right? So they're telling if southeast becomes north, so whatever I'll do is in the place of southeast, okay, I'm marking it as north. Okay, so if you mark north, you just simply follow the diagram and just complete the entire thing. So north means here there will be east, okay, there will be south, and here there will be west. Okay, and here it will be northeast, and here it will be southeast, and here it is southwest, and here it will be northwest. Okay, this is what the entire chart you made it just from one clue. Okay, you did not read this clue also, fine. So just from the one clue you made the entire compass. Okay, this is what the changed compass looks like, right? Then they are asking what will west become. So just see here, so west in the original compass will be here in this part. Now observe here, what is there? So here you are seeing southeast, that is option C. Okay, so your answer will be option C, right? Very simple. So first of all you draw the original compass, and after drawing the original compass you just go and fabricate the compass according to the given rules. Okay, next, so it is also the direction sense. So all the different types of models are covered now. So if you are thorough with all these types of questions, your direction sense topic is done. Okay, it is finished. Next, a man walks 5 kilometers towards south and then turns right. Okay, so let me just draw with the help of a diagram. Okay, right, a man walks 5 kilometers south. So suppose I'm just taking a random point south. Okay, random point where it is starting, let me be the starting point of a person, and then he is walking towards south. Okay, he walked for 5 kilometers, right? Okay, then turns to right. Okay, right in the sense this way. Okay, so as you are facing south, your left will be his right. Okay, the directions will change, so don't draw like this, not your right. Okay, so he turns to the right, so from this this will be the right, and then he walks 3 kilometers it seems, right? And then he turns to left. Okay, left in the sense this side. okay, and again he will be covering 5 kilometers it seems, okay. So now they're telling which direction is the starting point. This is the starting point, okay, this is the ending point, fine. So which direction in the sense, see the direction. So we know the compass will be looking like this, okay, north, east, south and west, okay. So this will be your southwest, okay, this will be your southwest. So your answer will be option D, that is simple, southwest, okay. So sometimes they will ask what is the distance between the starting point and the ending point, okay. At that time you need to apply the formula, we know the formula, you just extend this, okay, and you just apply the Pythagoras theorem, okay, you will be getting the value of the hypotenuse. So this entire thing is 10, okay, this entire thing is 3, okay, you just apply. Sometimes they will ask what is the distance between the starting and ending, or else they can also ask what is the shortest distance, okay, from the starting point to the ending point. So these are the types of questions, okay, I am covering those types also, right. So in one question I am just explaining you the two types actually, okay. So for this you can answer simply as southwest, okay. So instead of all drawing this diagram, without a drawing the diagram also you can just answer this question. So just by a simple calculation, see here, so this will be the simple trick, okay. So here they are telling south is walked 5 kilometers, I am just drawing south as 5, okay, and then turns right, so I am just writing like R, okay, and it is like 3, okay, 3 kilometers, and then his left and he is walking 5 kilometers, I am just writing L and 5, okay. So if a person if a person is walking in the south direction, okay, he is taking right, fine. So in which direction it will be going, it will be like west, okay. And from the west, if a person is walking in west direction, if you just take left, which direction will be landing is south, okay. So simply you just add south, so yes 10 and west will be 3, okay. So with this you can also find out directly the hypotenuse value also. So here the direction will be southwest, okay, simply answer southwest. Suppose if they are asking what is the total value, you just find out the root of 10 square plus 3 square, okay. In the diagram I have just shown this, how 10 means we just add these two and this is 3, okay. So this is one of the way to solve the question in a quicker manner, right. So in this kind of exams where time is very important, so you will always remember you need to focus on solving the question quickly and also as accurately as possible, okay. This will only help you to get in the selections, okay, fine. Next one, so is telling, pointing to a photograph of a boy, Suresh said, he is the son of the only son of my mother. How is Suresh related to the boy? Okay, okay. So this is from the topic of blood relations, and again this is also the one of the pattern in blood relations, very important. So I want you to try this question, and just if you are wanted to solve this question by yourself, so go and try this question, okay. I'll be waiting for your answer. Let me wait for some time. If anybody got the answer, you just comment in the section such as A, B, C, D, okay, whatever the option, okay, fine. Okay, so I hope like still the persons are trying, okay, they are not commenting, so I am just going with the solution, right. See here, so he is the son of, see in this kind of statements of the two persons, so one is the person who is telling, okay, who is telling the statement, okay, and other thing is, okay, so I got some answers, okay. So Abdul is just telling D, okay, let me check, okay. So one person is the one who is telling the statement, and also second person is who is actually who about who he is telling, okay, about who he is telling, oh fine. So these two are very important things. If you are solving this, identify these two people, your question is done 50%, okay. So point to a photograph, Suresh said, okay, here the teller is like Suresh is making the statement, okay, and identify about whom he is telling. He is telling about the boy, okay. So he is telling, identify person Suresh first. Suresh is present here in the statement, okay. My indicates Suresh, okay. So I am just telling, start the question solving from my, okay. So my mother. So suppose I am just telling Suresh here, okay. Suresh mother means in the upward generation. So here there is a mother, okay, Suresh mother. And next from a backwards, so son of Suresh mother. So son of Suresh mother is, only son of Suresh mother is he himself. So up to here he is like Suresh only, entire part is Suresh only, right? Now they are telling son of, now don't see all the statement. So we have already solved this part. So son of Suresh means here he will be in the next generation. So here is the son, okay. Now he is nothing but this person only, son, okay. Now the question is, second important thing is, what is the question about? That is also important, okay. How is Suresh related to the boy? How is Suresh related to the boy? They are asking. So if this person son, what will he call Suresh as? Simple, okay. How is Suresh to the boy? It is exactly correct, okay. Father. Suresh is the father of that boy. Sometimes questions will be in a different manner. How is boy related to Suresh? Okay, related to Suresh, right? So then the answer will be, boy is like a son to the Suresh, right? So don't get confused between these two, okay. Both are confusing statements, okay. So understand about whom he want, okay. That is what that is needed, right? So yeah, it is very good. So you got one answer, that is absolutely correct, okay. Nice. So let us go for the next one, okay. Next question is about if this is also from the topic of blood relation, okay. So observe here, very important kind of question. So this type of model is like found like from the past 1 year or 2 years, okay. We are seeing this kind of question in the TCS, right? So actually this kind of models are expected to come in like banking kind of exams, but TCS people are also okay, giving this kind of questions, okay. It is very important to understand how to solve this, right? So yes, so let me just go through step by step. If you are just spending 1 minute of your time in this question, okay, that will be the maximum time you need to solve the question, okay. Don't spend more than like 1.5 2 minutes on this question, it will be your time waste, okay. So let me give you some analysis, right? So a plus b, a is the mother of b. So while you are just reading the statement, parallelly you do one thing, you write plus here, okay. So I don't waste much time while like if you, okay, while solving the question, right? So I'm just writing plus here, I'm just indicating it as mother, okay. So while reading the statement itself, I'm just writing side the side like plus is mother. Next I'm seeing minus, okay. I'm just telling like a is the brother, so minus indicates brother, okay. Next I'm seeing the percentage, which means a is the father of b, right? So percentage indicating father, fine. Is it good? Yes. Into is there, a into b, which means sister, a is the sister of b. So I'm just writing into and sister, right? So within no time I just made this, okay. So plus, I know what is plus, minus, percentile, into, right? I got all the details. Next, what you're doing, which of the following shows that p is the maternal uncle of q, okay. Which of the following shows this, p is the maternal uncle of q, okay. Suppose q, what is meant by maternal uncle? So it is like q has an uncle from its mother's side, so there should be q's mother here somewhere, okay, and his mother should have an uncle, okay, he must be p, right? This is what we want. Uncle in the sense positive, okay. For male persons will be representing by positive, and for female will be representing by negative, okay. As far as the statement as concerned, we do not know what is the gender of q, okay. Whatever the gender, okay, that is not the question is about. They are asking the relation should be like a maternal uncle, okay, right? While seeing the things, okay, simply I am just eliminating here, okay, option A and option D, right? So these are not the answers. If you just ask me like, sir, what is this? Okay, so why did you cancel those things, right? So here, if you just observe, it is a simple thing. See, if you just think logically, P is a maternal uncle of Q, right? He is an uncle, uncle in the sense positive gender, right? But if you check options A and D, okay, if you just see P is present at the last, okay, for the persons who are present at the last, there is nowhere you can say whether it is an uncle or an aunt, okay, we cannot determine the gender, okay. See here in the statement also, A plus B means A is the mother, we are sure about the A, but nowhere we can be sure about the gender of B, okay. So I can simply say our answer is not A and D, since we cannot prove the gender of P because it is present at the last in the equation, right? So that's why I'm saying A and D are eliminated, okay, by just looking into the options, right? Now just see another thing. If I just check the gender of P, okay, I will be sure that I can eliminate if I see anything which I can eliminate or not, okay. How I can eliminate? See, I'm just checking the gender of P in the equation. I'm not solving the entire equation, I'm not drawing any diagram and solving, just see here. So P must be a uncle. Uncle is like, is a male person, right? So here after P on option B there is plus. We know what is plus. Plus indicates mother. Mother means female, right? So according to option B, it is like a female character. They're okay, they're referring P as a female person, which we don't want, okay. So you just eliminate option B also, fine. So and one last option that is remaining, that is option C, and that should be your answer. If you're not sure, okay, if you're not believing it, go and check and draw a diagram. That will be your answer. See here, P minus indicates brother. So whatever it indicates, just check the gender, okay. My concern is about the gender of P. So here I am getting a male gender for P in this equation. So I will say simply that will be my answer, right? So I don't solve this question actually. I'm just observing the gender, and also from observing the options I eliminated the 2, right? So your simple answer is option C. I didn't use any solvation by doing any tree diagram. I didn't use any diagrams, but simply I just said option C, okay. So that is what it requires, okay. So how much fast you're doing and how much accurate you are, that will be helping you, okay, fine. So if you have any doubt, you just draw a tree diagram for this option C, and then you can check for yourself, okay. That is later, right? So how do you feel about this? Okay, is it good? Great. So if it is great, just bang a thumbs up in the chat section, so that will also motivate me to help you with this kind of techniques, fine. So I hope it is clear now, right? Okay, so next, so it is also from the blood relations topic, fine. Let us go with the question. A is the brother of B, okay. So I'm just telling A, okay, is the brother of B. So both are from the same generation, so you just use one horizontal line, okay. A is the brother of B, and they're telling B is the sister of C. So B is a sister, it is negative, right? Sister, female, so we use a negative sign. B is the sister of C, and C is the father of D. So C is a father, so positive gender, male gender, you just include by plus, okay. Who C is a father of D. So he is a father of D in the sense here will be D, okay. Now they are telling how is D related to A. So how is D related to A, okay, right. So if you just see here, D must be, who is D, okay. So D must be a nephew or a niece, I don't know, because I don't know the gender of D, fine. So simply I will say I cannot determine the gender of D, so I will just say D is like cannot be determined, since I don't know whether he is a male person. If he is a male, I can say he is a nephew. If he is a female, I can say he is a niece of how is D related to you? Yes, he is a niece of A, okay, but I don't know the gender, right? So simply I say cannot be determined, okay. That will be your answer, okay, fine. Next, Okay, this is also like a equation kind of question. Okay, we have did with previously. So I just want you to try this question for yourself. So this will be like a homework for you. Okay, so go and just spend some time on this question. Since it is already repeated pattern, I'm not focusing on this. Okay, if not, we'll do one thing. Okay, we'll just share this entire okay solutions in a WhatsApp channel. Okay, which the link will be present in the description. You just join that channel. Okay, we already shared the solutions PDF of the previous session there. Okay, you can directly download after the session is completed. Okay, so I will do one thing. So you just try this. If you're not getting, you just check the PDF after the session will be completed. We'll be posting in a couple of hours like that. Okay, so I just want you to join that WhatsApp channel. The link will be there in the description. Okay, so next one. So coming to this series pattern. Okay, so they're telling what number should come next. Okay, this is a very simple series. Okay, you just see and try to answer this question by yourself. Okay, so take some time and try to answer. Okay, any answers? Okay, I'll be just going with the session. So see here, so 7, 10, 8, 11, 9, 12, right? So 7, 10, it is increased here, and then again from 10 to 8 it decreased, again it is increased, decreased. Okay, in this, if you are seeing this kind of pattern, it is always goes to the alternate pattern. Okay, what I meant by it is, let me just explain. See here. So always remember, if you are seeing alternately, okay, increasing, decreasing, then you just remember that is a alternate series. So you need to compare the numbers alternatively. Okay, 7 to 8 and 8 to 9 like this, and 10 to 11 and 11 to 12. Simply it is increasing by 1 if you just observe. 7 after 8, 8 after 9, and 9 after 10. It should come here after 12. Okay, so simple answer will be option B. Okay, this is like an alternate series. Okay, very simple. Fine. The next one. Next. 36, 34, 30, 28, 24. Okay. So it is like a decreasing every time it is decreasing. Okay. It is like a not rapidly decreasing, but it is decreasing step by step. So just observe the gap in this kind of questions. So what I will do, so 36, 34, I'm just writing here instead of erasing again. Okay. So observe the gap. So here there is like -2, and here there is -4, and here there is -2, and here there is -4. So you got the pattern: -2, -4, -2, -4. Next should be -2 only. That should be 22. Okay, 22 will be your answer, right? So if you are trying with the other pattern also, that's not a problem. Okay, unless or until you get the same answer, okay, that's okay. So if you are getting different pattern also, different logic also, fine. So some people might try with this alternate pattern for this also, but okay, you can get the solution. Let me check with this. Okay, sometimes it works. Okay, though it is not alternately decreasing and increasing, but yet if you just see here, it's not good to go if you are not finding an alternate pattern. Okay, increasing, decreasing, if you are not finding that, it is not recommended to go with this. Okay, it's better you prefer this one. Okay, but let us see. If you check alternatively, that is -6. Okay, and if you check alternatively, that is -6 again, and if you just see here, it is -6. Okay, so it is following some pattern. Next it should be -6. Okay, which is exactly 22. Okay, so for this we can go with the both the logics, but recommended is this one. Okay, since it is entirely decreasing, not like decreasing, increasing, decreasing, increasing. If you're finding this, I will say you just prefer this one directly. Okay, you will get the answer. Okay, next one. So this will be the last one. Okay, so yeah, this is like a letter series. Okay, you're done with the number series. Now you are doing with the letter series. Fine. So just try it for yourself and try to answer. Okay, I will be waiting for the comments. If anybody got the answer, please. Okay, just you need to observe in these questions. There is nothing like you are solving any by some additions or subtractions. You just observe this, right? By observation, I can simply say okay, there is CD, EF, GH, okay, KL, okay, it should be IJ, okay, and then your answer should be VIJ, okay. So this is what it is. So your answer will be option C, right? So in this session, we are done with some of the foundational questions of a reasoning topic, okay. So next will be like from the advanced section, okay, we'll be dealing in that with the other session. Next session we'll be seeing the advanced concepts also. So I want you to first of all be perfect with the foundational part, then only you are good to go for the advanced section. Suppose you are not thorough with the foundational part, okay, you can never crack the advanced, okay, if you're not strong with the foundation. So I hope this session is very helpful for you. So if you are watching the channel for the first time, I just want you to come and just check our channel. There are other videos on other topics also. So I motivate you to follow the channel and subscribe for it, okay, and don't miss any notifications from our sessions. So the live sessions will be happening on TCS currently on regular basis. So I just want you to check our WhatsApp channel also, and the link will be available in the description. So and the people so who didn't yet apply for the TCS Nqt exam, please go and find the link that is also mentioned in the description. So just click the first link which is available, okay, you are good to go with the registrations, okay, will be directed directly to the website, fine. So I hope this session is very much helpful and useful for you. So please watch our other videos and shorts, okay, which will be helpful for your preparation, okay. So that's it for this session. So happy learning and continue your learning. All the best for your journey. Thank you.